Welcome to another in our series of videos about New Testament prophecy. Today I want to ask, were the New Testament prophets theologians? In Ephesians 3, Paul talks about the mystery which has now been revealed to God's holy apostles and prophets by the Spirit. This mystery is that the Gentiles are fellow heirs of the promise in Jesus Christ through the gospel. This verse tells us that core gospel doctrine was revealed not only to the apostles, but also to prophets. The question is, how and where in the Bible did this revelation to prophets happen? The revelation happened through a process. First, Peter has a vision in Acts 10, after which the Spirit tells him to tell the gospel to Cornelius, a Gentile. So Gentiles start to become Christians. But the question remained, however, should Gentiles be circumcised and keep the Jewish law? The issue was causing much confusion. The question is finally discussed and resolved at the Jerusalem Council in Acts 15. At the council, the apostles and elders discussed what God had done in bringing Gentiles to Christ, and they sought wisdom from Scripture, specifically the book of Amos. They decided that Gentiles do not need to be circumcised or keep the Jewish law, and they wrote a letter to that effect to the Gentiles. And they sent two teams, Paul and Barnabas, and Judas and Silas, to carry the message to the church in Antioch. We're told that the mission of Judas and Silas was to deliver the letter from the council and to explain it. They are to tell them the same things by word of mouth. And indeed, we read that Judas and Silas delivered the letter and then encouraged and strengthened the brothers with many words. That is, they use many words to say the same things as the letter. Judas and Silas thoroughly explained the doctrinal and ethical implications of the letter from the council. But there's more. A phrase in Acts 15:32 is key. The verse reads, Judas and Silas, who were themselves prophets, encouraged and strengthened the brothers with many words. Literally, Judas and Silas, being themselves prophets, encouraged and strengthened the brothers. That is, that Judas and Silas were able to do their work of explaining gospel doctrine because they were prophets. This is a clear indication that New Testament prophets were, as Thomas Gillespie puts it, the first theologians of the church. Perhaps since their ministry involved encouragement and exhortation, we might call them gospel preachers. So in summary, how was the mystery of Gentile inclusion revealed to both the apostles and the prophets? It happened through the discussions of the Council of Jerusalem, in which prophets such as Barnabas, Judas, and Silas played a prominent part. So in conclusion, New Testament prophets, or at least these prophets, were people who understood the gospel deeply and so could explain its implications clearly. If you found this video helpful, look out for my other videos on New Testament prophecy. Or you can order my book, Speaking in the Spirit, from Amazon.